What is going on, guys? It is your boy JMAC with a brand new episode of the council. Here we go. So we got the other episodes downloaded. Ended up buying them. Honestly, a really good game so far. So we're gonna head into the next part in episode 2. Where's my mother? Here we go. Let's do this. See what we can find, figure out, and
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother.
Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet. Monsieur de Richet, I am arresting you for the murder of Elizabeth Adams.
yeah, that sucks. Okay. Yeah, we have all these books, which includes quests too. We do have all these. I don't know what the vigilance questioning and ecology is. Should be coming. That, or you're gonna go get it when you go down home. Huh? Don't see anything too crazy. I guess we'll continue to equip. Just do this one. I guess start and hold this one. I don't.
At last we meet, Monsieur de Richet. Do you mind if I call you Louis?
Please do.
Thank you. I wish to apologize wholeheartedly, Louis. I made you cross the seas, and I wasn't even here to welcome you. When I asked you to join us here, it was, of course, in the hope that you would help us find your mother. But an act of horrific violence occurred during the night, and I do not know if this is linked to the disappearance of Sarah.
If there's a possible link to my mother, I hope you'll let me know.
In the early hours of the morning, Elizabeth Adams was found dead in her room, savagely mutilated with a knife. I'll get straight to the point, Louis. According to the initial elements at my disposal, you were the last person to see her alive.
Yes, last night we, Do you suspect me?
I want you to tell me everything that happened last night and leave nothing out. Tell me, how did the evening begin?
Ooh.
Duchess Hillsborough and I were returning to our rooms when Elizabeth came up to us. She was in a state of panic and insisted that she needed to speak to me. She said she feared for her life. I took my leave of the Duchess and followed Elizabeth to her room.
Continue.
She insisted we have a drink, without which she refused to confide anything.
What exactly did she want to speak about?
She claimed she saw my mother the previous evening on the cliff, if I remember correctly.
Interesting. I will send someone as soon as possible. But do go on.
I refused to go on drinking with her. She already seemed drunk and her conversation became confused. So, then she ordered me to get out. If only I'd stayed.
Don't blame yourself, Louis. How could you have known? But thank you for this new information. Louis, I shan't hide the fact that this tragedy puts me in a very delicate situation. I cannot risk upsetting the smooth operation of our next conference. But the case cannot remain unaddressed.
I understand. What do you intend to do?
I must reassure my guests, and justice will be done. And for that to happen, I must ask for your help.
Why is that?
You met Elizabeth. You spoke together, I believe. She trusted you. Listen, Louis. Find out who could have committed this murder. I refuse to believe that one of my guests is the murderer. I want to know who is responsible for this. And I trust you. You have my backing. You must stop at nothing. Can I count on you?
Of course. How would you like me to proceed?
Maybe you could start by going to the scene of the crime. Elizabeth was attacked in her room.
Do you have any suspects in mind, my lord?
I spent most of the night talking with Sir Gregory and His Eminence Piaggi. So I think you can remove them from the list of suspects. Monsieur Bonaparte and President Washington left the party after midnight, I believe. They were tired and went up to bed.
Can you tell me anything else about what happened?
Now, Louis, I wouldn't want to influence you. Get over there and form your own opinion.
Right. I'll get over there
All right, here we go.
Thank you, Louis. Now, once you've finished, come back and let me know your findings. I'll be waiting. And Louis, you've got permission to search through the guests' rooms. They've all been notified and they agree.
Alrighty. Interesting, interesting. We'll talk to the Mr. Piaggi over here.
Your Eminence, I imagine that you've heard the news about Miss Adams.
What a tragedy, my son. How could such a thing have happened?
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary last night?
I saw the young French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe, hanging around near Miss Adams' room. But I would not want to get an innocent man into trouble, Louis. It's probably nothing.
Not to worry, Your Eminence. If he is innocent, then he has nothing to fear. Do you know why Monsieur Bonaparte was hanging around her room like that?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that the dashing young soldier had become infatuated with a fragile young woman who looked a bit lost. But I don't think he got a very warm welcome.
Bonaparte and Adams? But they didn't even know each other, did they?
I couldn't say, Louis. But if I were you, my son, I would talk to Monsieur Peru. You remember how violently he set upon Miss Adams.
Oh, don't worry. He's on the list of suspects.
Just say that would have been the one person I would have went to first. Anything too crazy? These real quick. I just want to quickly look around here. See if there's anything that could help me with anything. Oh, wow. There's this all over here. Okay. There's him. Dang, see, I don't even know how I got to this set off. Oh. I don't think it'll let me fall down there, which is nice. Well, let's head down this stairs. So we have the opportunity to go, so that takes you up to... So... You go in there, alright. We can go to everybody's rooms. Let's go to Adams' room first. half-circle-shaped key.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia. Golden elixir. Consumed without excess.
So much. Alright. Music, though, is kind of different. So we have...
Sir Jacques Perru?
I'm gonna go to... I think it'd be best first to go search the scene at the crime first.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough. Duke Manuel Godoy.
He was a little buggy. Wasn't as buggy.
Huh, that's me. Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Crazy, you wonder, can, like, I prevent this if I go search the rooms like we could have in the last few episodes? Where's?
President George Washington.
Talk to him, see what he has to
Good
say.
day, Monsieur de Richet.
Mr. Volner, are you looking for anything in particular? Next to Elizabeth's room?
No, nothing special.
Which one do I want to do?
Lord
Ask him what
Mortimer
he's
must
doing.
have informed you of the necessity for everyone to remain in their rooms until further notice.
Certainly, but I'm a guest, not a prisoner. I was looking for a servant, since we don't all, unfortunately, have one at our disposal.
Yeah, right.
I shall leave you now, sir. I will return to my room.
Alright. Let's go take a look. Inside her room. I thought they just still have the dead body there. Analyze the knife, stand aside the handle, the blade. I just want to see what option I've got here. Why does this look like bullet hole? Very gory. I'll say that. See what options it gives me here. Examine the upper body. That's probably
I count no fewer than 9 wounds on the thorax, with a lot of blood. On first sight, I'd say that's what caused her death.
It's not going to take any.
It looks as though the wounds were inflicted from a precise angle, as if the murderer was standing behind Elizabeth.
Her hands, I mean, let's look at the leg.
Blood, but no trace of blows on the legs.
I don't want to burn.
I see no sign of bruising on the skull. The only clue is a scar from a previous craniectomy. Poor Elizabeth, she must have been very young when she went through all that. That's torture. She also has old scars around the neck, maybe mutilations. a strange smell. Laudanum. Certain courtiers use it to get drunk. If taken in large quantities, it can provoke fits of madness. She bled from the nose. There are signs of bleeding, but I don't see
Perks
any
of having
traces
stuff unlocked.
bruising.
We've done the head. We haven't done the hands. Arm. We've done the upper body. Doing the hands.
But blood on the right hand. Nothing on the left except that tattooed symbol. No marks or bruising around the wrists. It doesn't look like she was tied up or held by force.
Let's do the
There are
arm.
numerous marks on the body. She must have fought like a lion. It couldn't have happened without a lot of noise. There are also a number of old scars. People who scar themselves in this way generally do so to relieve some kind of psychological suffering. By trying to master the pain, they establish their self-control.
What? That's nuts.
Scarring, ugh. Scarring isn't very regular, but they're mostly from old cuts.
We haven't. We did the arms, we did the head, we did the legs. Hands up. Leave this. We're gonna see what else there is. Or a couple other things we could look at. I don't know. Oh, we already looked. Oh, I don't want. Crap. We really do need to level up our stuff more. I think it'd be interesting to run to another playthrough. Just getting everything leveled up and doing it that way. The science one is really important. We'll leave this again and hope they don't screw it up again. We haven't looked at the
Girl
whole
bled to
blood.
death. Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15. Where's a size like that here? Peru?
You know what I can
Washington,
think of?
maybe. Knocked over bottle of wine. Same thing Elizabeth served me last night. Still just as disgusting. I don't know what's happened to this wine, but it's undrinkable.
Almost like she was poisoned. Okay.
Vials of laudanum. The label shows that this laudanum comes straight from America. I wonder if Washington's involved.
They're almost like trying to create suspects for you. 'Cause why?
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Another devil's thorn. What is? Oh. Let me get to it one way or another.
Blood spatter indicates that the murder must have held Elizabeth upright during the attack. Even if Elizabeth wasn't very big, I doubt she wouldn't have put up a struggle. It takes tremendous strength to overpower someone like that.
I mean, the first one I would think was Peru. More than likely, they're trying to make you think that. It's really not. See something over here? That just may be another lockbox. May be able to get into it, which would be nice.
A chest with a half-circle pattern.
Use the key. In there. Oh, another note.
An untutored hand copied these notes. Looks like a healing method. Well, that's a pity.
The writing is barely legible.
Could try and look at that later when we off with some more stuff. Okay. That's a fancy clock.
The clock stopped at 3:54. If it was smashed during the murder, then I've just established the time of the crime.
Dang, that was late.
Pentagram. What the hell's been going on here?
Oh, I can't do that one.
Many esoteric rituals are based on this shape. Could Elizabeth have been sacrificed during an occult ritual?
Possibly.
I wonder if Elizabeth's death has anything at all to do with this pentagram. If a ritual went wrong and degenerated, Elizabeth would probably have been killed in the center of the pentagram, not 3 meters from here. That's strange.
Maybe she's just done a terrible job at doing some stuff with the pentagram. Like that. Don't know if I just grabbed it. All right. So, oh, we got lots of things. Anything else? I just want to make sure. Already looked at that. In the bed. Thing hiding over here.
Piece of fabric. High quality at that. I'd say it's silk. Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a dress, that kind that women of quality wear.
Let's see what it reminds me of. Etiquette.
The color doesn't correspond to Emily's black outfits, and Elizabeth doesn't have anything quite like this in her wardrobe. Let's take a closer look. It's a little dirty. It must come from the bottom of the dress where it touches the ground. I recognize that moire pattern. It's the same as the travel dress my mother was wearing when she left. But why the hell did she come into this room?
Maybe it could have been her mother murdering a gun. Ooh.
A pistol? Fairly new, I'd say. And judging by the weight of it, fairly light. A tribute engraved on the barrel. To the liberators of France. There's a few dried traces of blood on the grip. Difficult to know for sure how they got there. It's extremely well maintained. The barrel is perfectly clean. It isn't loaded, and well, there's no traces of gunshot residue. I'd conclude that it hasn't been used recently. Right. I shall have to find its owner.
Pick it up and take it back. Be like, hey, I found this.
30 November, 1791. My dear sister, the cancellation of our reunion hit me like a stab to the heart. Father told me it was well-being, but I can't help but blame him. He claims that your condition has worsened and that it could be dangerous for both of us if we met. If only I knew where you were, believe me, I'd be at your side. I haven't received any news from you in a long time.
Oh, I got a 5-circle shaped key.
August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I'm driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father controls my correspondence more and more. I am certain he filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you. But they still remain unanswered. I often think about you and pray every day to be able to hold you tight. We have so much time to make up. I beg you, answer me, please. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. That horrible woman came again yesterday. She spent a long time speaking.
So she's talking about his mother.
I didn't
Almost like
understand
more
everything
backstory.
because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you. June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains that the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last. Right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail.
I think the other one was from August. I wasn't paying too much attention.
A notebook, written in Elizabeth's handwriting. It is written in a mix of several languages. Not too easy to work out.
Of course I can't look at it.
A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society.
Oh, she's immune to psychology. That kind of scared me, actually. Had no clue what it was.
Huh. The talisman that I gave back to Elizabeth. I can't exactly say it brought her good luck.
Okay, so I found the time. Oh, there's this. When did he get there? That actually scared me. Not gonna lie. Didn't realize he was there.
Dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please, excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you'll be able to put all of this behind you one day.
See what this guy's got to say.
Has Sir finished with this room?
I know enough now. Thank you.
Very well, sir. Sir may return whenever need be. I shall guard the door.
Alright, so there's a couple rooms I do want to go search. I'd like to go search the Williams room, because it seems reasonable.
President George Washington.
Alright, let's go search Georgie real quick. Actually, before we're going to search rooms, because it's already 20 plus minutes long, so we're going to cut off here. Hope you guys did enjoy this. I'm trying not to talk because there's a lot of dialogue into it, and this is actually a really good game. I'm quite pleased. Hopefully, and it came out in 2018. I was thinking it came out this year, but no, it came out a couple of years ago. A very interesting game. Hopefully, it can continue to be very interesting, and hopefully we can draw it out to some more episodes. So if you guys did enjoy, like, comment, and subscribe. I will talk